Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of those questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Let me tell y'all. Everybody keeps asking me, what do I do to podcast? I'm telling you, the answer is Anchor. They created my RSS feed. They gave me my first 2 sponsors that you're now hearing on this podcast. I want you to know that I believe in Anchor. I've grown with this platform since February, and I'm going to continuously grow with this platform. So if you always wanted to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Okay, so just gonna pray us in and we're gonna get started. So you guys, this is Jasmine Stith, aka The Pretty Plug. This is the last episode on the Walk by Faith show for season 2. And I wanted to give each of you all 10 tips from me. And maybe 10 or maybe 6. I got a strong 5 here on my paper. And we just gonna let the spirit move. If I talk more and if I get something else, then perfect, fine. So I wanted to give you all also some stats on how well the podcast has done in a little under 1 year's time. Let me get my paper. Yes. So right now our podcast stats, we have had 9,669 all-time plays. We have had 182 plays per episode. And you guys, we've only been doing this for 1 year. Okay, this is the 50th episode. And I am so happy that it has grown the way it has. People are listening. People are tuning in. People are sharing. I think it's only a testament to like God and what he can do with your dreams and your visions. But it's just like when I started this, y'all, I just wanted people to walk by faith. I wanted people to understand that you can't have all this success and not also make sure that God gets the glory too. And that number one realization came to me when it was just like when we went to this NSBE conference when I was in college. And I saw people that pay money, a flight, or, you know, they traveled to a conference and then they got their resumes and then they went and talked to these career professionals and then they got mad. They got mad when they didn't get a job on the spot, or they just, you know, they were just done with it. Like, engineering, I'm done with this. You know, engineering was already hard enough, but the fact that you all were just like the people that went and maybe they didn't get the job right away. And one, it just showed a lack of patience. And then 2, I was like, dang, like, is this the door God wants to open for you? Like, is this something that you really have to do? Like, yes, you're putting yourself in the right places, but why are you so upset and mad if you didn't get an opportunity right away? And I was just like, so much, you know, instant gratification. I'm just like, God, like, Lord, you got to have some faith with this. You got to have some faith with this. And I thought that was completely important. So that was the number one reason why I was like, you know, we got to mix faith with our professions, faith with our business, faith with the goals and dreams that we have. Like, we can't just be leaving it like, oh, I'm going to leave this at the door once I get my job, or, oh, once I get my music career, like, I'm going to leave God at the door. Like, no, you got to bring him with you. You got to bring God with you. And that's the number one thing I saw. So I did a survey earlier, and I'm going to put a survey here so that you all can like tell me if you like the podcast, like, did it help you? You know, I really need some good market feedback on the people that have listened. So I'm going to definitely put a link in the survey here for you all. But I want to know, like, how you truly felt about this. Season 2 was a lot easier to create. I'm not gonna lie. Season 1 was hard. It was hard because I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to hack my way into this podcasting scene. Anchor had just stepped up, but I was trying to do it all myself. And it wasn't because I didn't. It's like you want to ask people for help, but then you don't want to like have everybody in your visions if it's not their vision too, right? Like I can't just go and be like, hey, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? But it's just like you're not really passionate. So it's just like I had to be passionate for myself first. And then as I continue to grow, people were also passionate like, Jasmine, I want to help you. And so then a little small interview process, and then that's how the team came. I've been seeing a lot of people that are struggling with building a team. The team comes once you have a vision. The team comes once you produce something. The team comes when it's time. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a team and you ain't got nothing that you're doing. And I think that just shows through the testament of like who you are as a person. Like if you just started your idea, like get a good 6 months in and then get a team. Do 6 months by yourself. Can you do this? If everybody quit tomorrow, if everyone quit tomorrow, could you do it by yourself? And that was the whole thing that I kept thinking to myself. I'm like, okay, God, like, I don't have the team right now, but I know the team gonna come when it's time. And lo and behold, the team did come. Marcus Phipps, he is the person behind the podcast production team. Faith Tech Grow produces podcasts. We're going to launch that in May. Beautiful thing. I put it out there into the atmosphere. Brianna Coleman, she is the operations. Y'all, when I tell y'all she does a great job with making sure y'all get these shirts, the product development of those shirts, like she does an amazing job. We just got someone new on the team. Her name is Mariah, and she is going to be our CMO, our Chief Marketing Officer. And then now we have also Kristen. She's Marcus's girlfriend, but she has been doing a great job just helping with everything that we're trying to produce over here at the Faith Tech Grow establishment, okay, that produces the podcast. And a lot of people are just like, Jasmine, how are you able to do this? And, you got a whole job. I'm just like, y'all, God has been sustaining me. Every day I go to work, and then every day I come home, I got a whole nother job, which is to help run a team, help to produce podcasts, help to push the agenda forward for representation and for minorities and the excellence that they have. So that's something that is so, so, so important to me. In the month of February, we highlighted people of color, Black History Month. We went in, if y'all go to Instagram, every single day we had somebody new. We highlighted, of course, 4 people in the month of February for the podcast, but we also did other people. And now it's Women's Month. Mariah has come on in there as well as Brianna and the team, and we are now doing Women's Month. Okay, Women's History Month, and we are going to expand the scope. It's not just going to be Black women, it's going to be all women, right? Because I feel like I don't want to put myself in such a hole where it's just like, okay, it's only Black people that we highlight. Like, yes, this is for minorities. It's targeted specifically for our group, but everybody has a perspective and they have information. And I need to talk to the millionaires on how they got their money so that I can teach y'all how to be millionaires. I got to talk to the billionaires to see how they became billionaires, bring them on the show so that y'all know how to be billionaires, and make sure that they not only respect it, but that they understand, like, hey, like, the mission here is for minority founders, minority professionals to, like, get the success that they need. That's so important. Yeah. So, I want to go into my tips. Again, y'all, this is like random. I didn't really, schedule this properly. I'm just kind of going after it. I'm producing content. It is what it is. So, y'all gonna get this information. So, the number one thing is your time is the most important asset that you have. You are given 24 hours a day. Let's factor that in. And that's when the day starts, right? But when you wake up, let's say if you wake up at 8 a.m., you got to wash yourself up, you got to brush your teeth, you got to get yourself together. But by the time like 9 a.m. comes, maybe you've clocked into work. Maybe you have started your business, or you're clocked in, you're working on your business, you're a full-time entrepreneur. Like, by the time 5 p.m. comes, you gotta learn to reassess, hey, what did I do from 8 to 5? Was that beneficial for me? Did I make money? Did I not make money? Let me go and just check in those steps of what my 8 to 5 looks like. Now for me, my 8 to 5 is already determined for me. So after 5 is when I have go time. Go time. I'm like, all right, God, yes, this is it. I'm about to do this. So I come on. The train ride is about 40 minutes. I'm looking at social media. I'm engaging with everybody on social media. I'm looking at some of the things that's happening in the news. I'm finding new people that can be on the show. I'm just getting inspired. My social media feed looks and reflects me. It's a faith-based. It has a lot of entrepreneurs on it, a lot of people going after it. So it's easier for me to find people because that's who I'm following. So I get home. Sometimes I have gotten better, y'all. I am eating 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I get home and my day is already set. I probably already have meetings scheduled. I have made sure that if I need to record a podcast, my headphones are charging. You know what I'm saying? The script is prepared. I have different systems set up that I'm going to go into a little later on my podcasting process. So your time is the most important asset. A lot of people say, I don't have time to start something. You do. But if you go out every single evening, you won't have time. You won't have time. Now, maybe you need to fit in a Wednesday or Thursday where you're doing nothing but networking. That's perfectly fine. Go in. Network your heart out. Network your life out. But there has to come a time where you use the network that you built. And you actually email the people that you met, and you put them in some type of system so that you can podcast or have them on your show or use them in your business or whatever it is. You gotta balance it. And sometimes that's taking away your social life a little bit. You don't need to be out every single day. I meet so many people that tell me they want to do stuff, and then I look at their Instagram and they having fun. I'm like, how you having fun and how you traveling the world, but you got stuff that you said you wanted to do? So I get real confused. Y'all will see me a lot. I get real, my face show how confused I am. I get real confused. Okay, but again, your time is the most important asset. I'm not saying just go completely hard. It depends on who you are. If you are trying to meet a goal and you really want to go after it and you have this that you want to do, like for podcasting, that's a no-brainer. Your episodes need to come consistently for 2 to 3 months, period. Everybody starting a podcast, yes. Don't be intimidated by that. But let's see who's going to continue to podcast. Let's see who's going to be consistent. And if you are having challenges with being consistent, then you got to reevaluate, why are you having challenges with being consistent? Okay. I'm going to point 2, branding. What is something that I wish I would have known more about? I feel like I knew about branding. People kept saying, Jasmine, your brand. And I was like, huh? All right, what's the brand? Like, why is that so important? Like, what's this brand thing that you think of? So what I learned is that, the brand is what people think about when you're not in the room. So there have been tons of times where people have said, Jasmine, like, oh my gosh, your Walk by Faith. Like, anytime I see Walk by Faith, I think of you. If they see a shirt, they think of me. They see a hat with faith on it, they think of me. If they see something random, a Bible scripture, they think of me. Anything that has to do with faith, people are thinking of me. And so in my eyes, I'm like, oh, that's what branding means. That if somebody thinks of or sees a word or sees a color or sees a logo, they think of me. And if they think of me, then they're going to come back to my content. So that starts my next point. Walk by Faith started in 2015. Y'all are seeing 2019. There was a time ain't nobody was really supporting your kid. I was walking by myself, step after step, just moving. Walk by faith, Lord, I'm walking with you. And nobody was, paying it any attention, which is cool. But if I would have said in 2015, oh, nobody's checking it out, I don't even think social media was what it was in 2015 as it is now. So it's like y'all seeing the 2019 and what 4 years of doing something consistently looks like. But I just don't want y'all to be discouraged if you're starting your brand or if you're starting something and it just doesn't take off right away. I don't even think my stuff is just taking off the way I want it to. But at the same time, being consistent and saying, you know what, walking by faith. I've been talking about it, been saying it. Jasmine Stiff, the pretty plug, walk by faith. I've been saying these things for about 4 years now. So I guess you can consider that the brand. And the person I just interviewed today, he now gave me a new idea where it's like, when it comes to influence, I want to take the I out. It's just in for me. It's no it's not just about me. It's not just about my clout, not how popular I get. It's about how can I bring more people into the kingdom? How can I help more people find healing? How can I help people really see that they are loved? They have identity in Christ. They are welcomed. They have a community of people that will welcome them. There's a friend for the friendless. Y'all know these church songs that we listen to, like, it is something that I continuously want people to say, like Jasmine Influencer. I want people to find the Lord. Okay, it's not about me. This platform was never about me. It's about people finding the Lord. All right. Point number 3. I'm going to give you 3 C's. The 3 C's right now for success. Consistency, content, and being creative. The first one is consistency. If you got a YouTube page, if you got a Twitter account that you running, a Facebook account, a blogger, whatever it is in this creative space, this content creator space that you are doing, be consistent at it. Even if you are a business, if you say I am going to do X and you say I'm going to send you an email on Monday, send that email on Monday. Be consistent in the timelines that you set. A lot of times people say, oh, black-owned businesses, they don't do X, Y, Z. That's because, 1, they may not be consistent, and 2, they may not have certain systems in place to keep them accountable. So one way I keep myself accountable while being consistent, I have a calendar, Google Calendar. If it ain't on the calendar, Jasmine ain't doing it. Okay, that means that you need to talk to me 2 weeks ago if you want me to do something today. And that's no shade. That's just being honest with my time. Going back to point number 1, my time. If I gotta produce an episode on Wednesday, it gotta be done by Tuesday. It got to be done. Wrapping up. We finishing it. It's over by Tuesday. Because when I wake up, that podcast is going to be automatically published at 5 a.m. so that while people are on their commute, they got some content to listen to. They have a new person to listen to. They have some more information that will help them be successful in their walk with God. Period. That's what it's for. So, consistency. Pick a date, stick to it. My date is Wednesday. On Wednesday, I show up for myself. I show up for you. Consistency. 2, content quality. Y'all remember the first episode of the Walk by Faith show? I was in my room, in the closet. Okay, y'all can look at a video on YouTube. I was in the closet, and I had some headphones, my headphones, and I had my phone. That's all I had. I didn't go out and buy no fancy equipment. I feel like people spend too much money on their equipment, and then they don't turn around and actually use their equipment. So I didn't invest not a dime in podcasting. I started for free.com by using my phone, the Anchor app, and then guess what? I used my headphones that came with the phone that I purchased because that phone was already expensive enough. So the quality will increase over time. Do not be worried about being perfect. If you're really trying to start this thing, if you're just trying to start, don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about being perfect. The more you do, the more quality you produce, the more quantity you produce, the quality will increase. Let me say that again for the folks in the back, because y'all may not have caught it. The more quantity that you produce, the quality will improve. It's a skill. I think it's 10,000 hours makes it like a skill that you can say that you've actually mastered. Y'all, a skill. Keep going. I'll give you a perfect example. My sister Jada, I love her. Y'all need to follow her at Jada _ Stith on Instagram. And she just awesome. She a dancer. She is consistently dancing. Period. You are going to perfect anything if you consistently do it over time. Y'all look at Beyonce. She's an excellent singer and songwriter and artist. She been doing this for a while. What did she do right? She consistently did it. She was consistent at it. So, y'all, until you continuously do something, until you continuously perfect your craft, even for myself as an interviewer, I know I still have more to do. I know I still have more room to grow. But guess what? If I done over 50 episodes, by at least the 200, I can say I know a little something. Oprah interviewed people all the time. And guess what? I feel like now she can interview somebody in her sleep. It was being consistent. And the next thing is being creative and authentic. I am not going to be whoever y'all think I'm supposed to be on Instagram. That's not who I'm going to be. I am still going to be Jasmine, the pretty plug. I am pretty. I'm an AKA. That's not where the name comes from, but people somehow align it there, so that's fine. But I am going to be who I am. I love God. I love business. I love getting this money. I like networking with people. I like connecting people to opportunities to increase their success. I love technology. That's what you're going to see. You're not going to see perfect pictures every time. You know why? Because I ain't got perfect picture money. That's an expensive hobby. I need to be able to return on investment. Hello, that picture that may look really good, I need that to also make some money for me. So if you see really nice photos, that means, hey, there is a strategy in place to combat the price it took for me to make those pretty pictures. Now, there is some bloggers out there that take really nice pictures with their iPhone. I'm just not really good at taking pictures of myself. So I'm not knocking, being really good at taking pictures. I'm just saying you're not going to see perfect pictures and perfect things from me if I don't have the budget for that. I'm not going to go spend money on clothes that I can't afford. I'm not going to go out and spend money on, photographers and branding that I can't afford. I'm going to gradually increase. And as I gradually increase in this, it's going to get better because I got the money to do that. Okay? Hello, somebody. I'm not going to look better on the gram and my bank account don't reflect it. I am not in no competition with nobody but myself. All right. Network. I'm the plug, baby. Really, I'm the plug. What does that mean? Networking for me is something that I enjoy. I enjoy finding people and learning about their story and learning about what they do and contribute to this world. And I like linking them with people that are going to do some really awesome and amazing things. So let's just say I find an engineer and he's loves algorithms. And I went to the New York Urban League meeting and this guy said, you know what? I need somebody that does an algorithm. You know what Jazz does? Connects them. That's what I like to do. I love to connect people together. I like to network. And network doesn't have to be something scary for you, but let's think from an authentic perspective. Be yourself. Don't walk up and, your elevator pitch is you're not even speaking of yourself. When I network with somebody, this is what I say. Hello, you guys, or hello, my name is Jasmine. I'm the pretty plug. I'm the owner of Faith Tech Grow LLC. My job right now is just to increase the opportunities for others. And I just want to know more about you. Boom. That's my little quick elevator pitch. Oh, or if I think they have faith, because I don't like to push faith on people like that, I also have a Walk by Faith podcast. I would love if you would be on it. Maybe I've scouted them out before. I don't just want to throw anybody on the podcast. But I scouted them out before. Maybe I knew coming to this conference I was going to meet you. I would love to put you on there. I get your email. I follow up. Hopefully, between our schedules, we're able to get you on the show. Okay? So that's something that's really, really, really important. next podcasting tips, I'm gonna give y'all what I do, because y'all are the people that actually listen to me. Y'all are the people that come for the information. Y'all come for the success. Everybody keeps asking me about how to podcast, how to do this, how do I do this. Listen, you guys, I love you all. I love you. I do. So if somebody asks, y'all can point them to this podcast here, and it will tell you my process. But I am moving in a direction where that will be a service that we offer at the Faith Tech Grow. And with that being said, I am going to tell y'all my process of what I do and how I've been able to stay consistent. So the first thing is, one, I got what I want down. Hello, my name is, in an email, hello, my name is Jasmine Stith. I'm the pretty plug. The podcast is produced by Faith Tech Grow. I would love to have you feature. I would love to feature you on the podcast. You know, here is a link of all of my episodes that I've completed in the past. This is my portfolio. This is my Calendly. Calendly is what I use for scheduling. If you would like, please schedule your 30-minute slot with me. Schedule your 60-minute slot with me. This is the kicker. I ask people, I say, hey, you must post on social media. I have had people that have not posted, or, you know, unbeknownst to me why, but all I'm saying, and that's no shade, I love my Walk by Faith family. All I'm saying is, it's a part of the agreement up front that you also cross post. And the reason why is because that's how we all grow together. Okay? We're not just connecting to connect. We're connecting to grow. We want more people to be reached, more people to have faith, more people to reach success. We want that to grow, so it requires two parties coming together with an agreement to post. Boom. Simple. So ask up front. The next thing on my calendar, I make sure that I get people's phone number and their email. Simple. You're now a part of my network. You're now a part of somebody that I can help to, you know, push forward in the future. If they have a question, I can say, hey, I have a contact. Boom. All right. So I do a 30-minute interview where I have the script. Oh, sorry. I do a 30-minute interview and then I create the script for them, right? So I know exactly what they do, who they are, what they want to share, what's important to them. And then they schedule the 1-hour interview. The systems that I use is Zoom. And the reason why I say Zoom is because it's easier for me. Like, I do pay a subscription for it, but with Zoom, I'm actually able to get a clear piece of audio through the internet because my guests are not live. Everybody that I pretty much meet with is like somewhere else. The guy I interviewed today was in Gary, Indiana. Okay, I don't have a budget to fly out to him to have a live podcast. So I definitely go to the Zoom in order to get this information going. There are other systems like Pocket Caster. There are tons of podcasting systems. I'm just telling y'all what I use. Again, I'm going to come up. Again, there are places where it's free and there are places where it's paid. For right now, I'm just doing the paid service. I feel like that's been able to help me. Now, again, you can search and find out what's best for you. I'm just telling y'all what's best for me. All right, now I do a 1-hour interview. That's where the magic happens. I talk to them for 1 hour. Now, I've gotten some feedback, and y'all can let me know if y'all would prefer a 30-minute interview or a 1-hour interview. Y'all let me know. But I do know that there are podcasts out there where people listen for over an hour and a half. I listen to the Roommates every Monday. That episode is an hour, period. And there's no question about it. It's 1 hour long. And I'm fine with that because I know that that's good content. I know I'm going to get something out of it. The value is there for me. So if I can have someone that listens to me for 1 hour, one, you trust me to give value to you. And two, like, you enjoy the person that I brought. It's a reason why they're there. It's something I saw in them as to why they should be coming to the Walk by Faith community to share some information with you, if that makes sense. All right. I have social media graphics. I do a 1-minute clip. The 1-minute clip, that's gold. that is gold. Because that's what reels people in. Like, it's something quick. People's attention spans is just horrible, you know. And it's something that, oh wow, like, it's 1 minute. I want to go listen to that now. I'm real consistent on that. And things that I wish that I would have done, and this is just tips for the new business owners that are listening. Just have a freebie that goes with your podcast so that you can collect emails. Because as of now, I got people that listen to me and I technically don't really know who they are, which is fine. But I was able to find, and shout out to Sierra, I was looking at her Instagram story and I saw this app. It is called, let me go to it. Goodness, why don't I? Let's see, Pocket Podcast. Because I'm like, wow, why would I come all the way up here? So y'all give me 1 second. We going straight off the dome. And it has helped me see some more analytics. Y'all, if y'all are out there, I say get a marketing friend. Get you somebody that went to school for marketing, because they'll really change your life. They really will. They will help you in so many ways. I'm almost there. Let me see. Sorry, y'all, that it's taking me so long. I should have had this before. Things that you should do better. Be more prepared for your lives. Be more prepared for your podcast. Chartable. It's free. Yes. So Chartable, it allows you to like see how many people are downloading your show, who's actually listening, how far listeners are actually listening to your show, whether your listeners are skipping ads. Like, I didn't know anything about Chartable. I saw it on Sierra's Instagram story and I was like, you know what? That's a good feature. So Chartable. I use Anchor to produce the show. It's super simple. I do what I need to do. Come on here, come on the live, come on the podcast show, and then boom, it's done. It's over. Don't despise your small audiences or the people that you bring on your show. The reason why I say that, let's say somebody is a micro influencer, right? And they have a ton of value. When they share, their people are actually going to listen to them. If you have somebody that is like thousands and thousands of followers or whatever it is that you're looking for, they can support the show, but like it may not always convert over. So don't despise just because somebody doesn't have the amount of followers that you see or that you want. Oh, I'm not gonna have them on the show. I only want big people. No, start small. Start small. Start local. Start with the people you know. I'm a big fan of starting within the radius in which you live. Like, why do I gotta go try to support these companies in which I don't even know if they really value me? Why won't I just go in a 5-mile radius of my home? That's my community. Why do I have to go shop everywhere else versus just looking at Instagram and saying, oh, this is a black business that does this? Why are we so quick to just be lazy and not we go for what's convenient? You know what? Like, just being more intentional. Period. Being more intentional. And I promise you, the love that someone will show you because you chose to highlight them, it goes so much further. It goes further than you know. Because that's what it's really about. We all need to start small. We need to stay within our communities. Then you branch out. But I promise you, people that really do support you are the ones that you never even know. Don't be afraid to mess up. You guys, again, there have been tons of times where I woke up and Marcus was like, oh crap, the episode is it messed up or something. I was like, oh crap, like I'm running, trying to fix it on a Wednesday, kind of stressed out. But guess what? Like, mistakes happen. Things don't always go the way you plan. Do not let that discourage you. Do not let that discourage you. Don't let it, oh, well, I messed up, I'm quitting. If you quit every time something got hard, what's the point? What's the point? You have to be stretched. You have to grow. And by doing that, that means you're going to step into unknown territories. You're going to step into things that you may not be 100% prepared for. But do not stop just because it got hard. Don't do that. Please. When it gets hard, when it gets tough, when you face that adversity, embrace that. Yes. I embrace adversity. I'm like, yes, something just messed up. Yes, something didn't go my way. Yes, this is hard. Yes. I embrace it because I'm like, I'm going in the right direction. If I stayed in my comfort zone and everything was well and everything worked out every single time I did it, like, am I growing? Am I learning? When I mess up some, I'm like, you know what? I'm going in the right direction. Maybe that's the engineer in me that is kind of like okay with messing up because of how many times I used to fail tests. I don't know. But I just genuinely believe that failing is beautiful. Failing is awesome. Messing up is beautiful. It's awesome. Embracing that. Yeah. I feel like that's enough tips. Oh, the things I also wish that I knew becoming a founder or entrepreneur is just like, it's hard. It's sometimes lonely. But you have to put yourself in spaces. You have to find groups. You have to find like group me's. You have to find Instagram channels. Shout out to Black Christian influencers. Like, you have to find spaces that fit what you're trying to do. So if you're a fitness guru, a fitness influencer, you need to be in all the fitness chats. If you are a Christian influencer, you need to be hanging around your people. Not saying you can't hang around everybody else. That's not what I'm saying. But it gets lonely when it's just you by yourself and you think that you're by yourself when actually there are many more people just like you. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself to go to a conference. Don't be afraid to invest in, information, tutorials, trainings. I got to where I am and how I'm able to do this because I'm consistently learning. Just because I went to college didn't mean I stopped learning. No, that's a misconceived thought. Oh, I'm done with college. I ain't never got to learn again. No. College taught you how to learn. College taught you how to network. College was beautiful because I don't think at 18 I was ready for the world. I wasn't. I was thinking I was going to do hair. I love doing hair. I wanted to dance. I wanted to be a J-set. At 18, I wasn't thinking about all this that you see. I have constantly evolved over time. But what I'm basically saying is, college helped me. It helped to groom, to polish myself. But it gave me the tools I needed to understand this is how you make it. You need a community to make it. Couldn't get through engineering by myself. I can't get through this world and the challenges by myself. You need people. You need a community. You do not need to think that you can do it all by yourself. You gonna need somebody to send you encouraging messages. If y'all want to do anything for me, send me an encouraging message. Jazz, yes, keep going. That does wonders. You're not I remember when people used to give me compliments. They used to say, oh, I'm not trying to boost your head. And then they'll give me a compliment. I'm like, hey, just give me the compliment. It's not boosting my head. It's nice. You're helping me. You're encouraging me. You're showcasing that you see something in me. Thank you. Because I know when I see somebody doing good, how can I help you out? How can I help you evolve? How can I help you grow? I'm never sitting around like, well, I don't think this may boost your head, but no. If it boosts your head, then that's on you. That's something, but I can control myself. I can control this compliment I'm going to give you. What you do with this compliment, your humbleness, your humility, your gratitude, how you think that you got the compliment, that has to be something psychologically that you say within yourself. Yes, I'm doing great, but I'm not going to let that overtake me. I'm not going to think I'm better than everybody else. Because if you talk to me now, I'm still your Southern girl. Southern Belle, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. No matter how much I pray, and this is a consistent thing, no matter how much money I get in my future, no matter how many people that listen to me, I am going to stay this Pine Bluff country girl that like eating fried chicken. Y'all hold me to that. That's what I like. That's who I am at my very core. I'm a loving person. I like to help people. That's exactly who I am. When you find your core, when you find your why, when you figure out what it is that you love and what you're passionate about, do not let anybody, do not let anyone try to discourage you, try to tell you no, you can't do something. Do not let anyone make you feel less than because they can't see visions that God gave you. If I would have depended on other people to validate the walk by faith, to validate the pretty plug, to validate the things that I want to do in my life, moving to New York, if I would have allowed the world to validate me, y'all know I would probably not be here today. You know who does validate me though? Christ. He said I won. He said I'm his. He said that no matter who does wrong against you, guess what? He gonna take care of it. He is my strength. He is my sword. He is my protection. I'm out here in these streets in New York. I pray the hedge of protection around me daily. I'm a black woman. I'm trying to do unique things. I pray for strength. I pray that, Lord, let this be something that you use for you. It's not about me. That's the number one reason why I feel like having that purpose, having that why, having that grounded foundation. That foundation that says, you know what? God, you got it. You do what you want with it. If one person is changed, I'm good. If one person is healed, I'm good. So again, no matter where this life takes me, no matter where it takes me, no matter what it does, I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna stay Jasmine Stiff. I hope I never lose my accent. That's one of the most unique things about me. I love my accent. I love that I love to talk. I love my natural hair. I like to put a wig on. I like all of that. I love Jasmine at my core. And I pray that anybody listening, y'all learn to love you. You learn to love you and your authentic self. If that's a corny person, if you like to make corny jokes, if you like to create dolls, or if you like to create cakes, or if you like to help young girls, or if you want to make sisterlies around the world where people just gather to have these cohorts of women that just help and encourage each other. Whatever it is that you love to do, tie it back into who you are. Find it. Figure it out. When you seek, you will find. Yeah. I was just looking at my vision board as I'm talking, and people on YouTube, I'm going live on here just so it records. But I'm just thinking of what I put on my vision board for 2019. I said I wanted to be happy and healthy. I said I wanted to help my sisters, empower them, Jaleesa and Jada. I said that I wanted to continue Faith Tech Grow, Walk by Faith, The Pretty Plug. I hope that I meet some amazing people for the rest of this year. There's 7 billion people that experience this day in a different way. Like, just different things that I put on my vision board. It's just like, Lord, just continue to help me. Continue to keep me strong and sound. That's the kind of things that I pray over myself. I continue to look at the visions. So for y'all, pray over yourself. Yeah. I think the last thing I'm going to leave off on is next week is my birthday. I'll be 25. Did I see 25 looking like this for me? No. Did I see myself in New York? No. Did I see myself single? No. That's number one thing I didn't see coming. But I think as I continuously grow as a person, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, like, we just getting started. So if y'all got something out of this message today, rate the podcast, send me an email at info@faithtechgrow.com. Let me know if I helped you in some way in this season. Season 1, Season 2, take the survey. You know, if y'all feeling friendly, y'all can support the podcast. It's 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month, so that we can continuously grow over here to help and support other people and their businesses. But overall, like, I'm just thankful that y'all listen, and I hope that y'all got some value out of this. In fact, I know. Let me not question. I know y'all got some value out of this. These are some awesome tips, and more to come in season 3. Tell me what y'all want to see. This was it. We're closing out season 2 on a bang, on a high note. We almost at 10K. Like, it's lit. But again, you guys, I think I'm done talking. I love to talk, but this is pretty much season 2. Check y'all out in season 3. Bye-bye.